Good evening, I'm Hayden Gary, and our sports ticker is brought to you by the experienced advisors at Stonebridge Well Systems. Justin Evans was named second-team preseason All-American by The Athletic earlier today. This is the second accolade for his senior center, as he was on the Remington Trophy watch list earlier this month. Last season, he started at all 13 games as one of the Huskers' leaders. For more information, visit Huskers.com. Nebraska soccer will welcome number 8 Notre Dame tonight. The game is set for 7:05 Central Time and will be televised on Big Ten Network. Nebraska has won one game and tied the other. Last week, the Big Red tied with South Dakota 1-1. In the MLB tonight, the Cardinals took down the Reds in Cincinnati 10-9. Blue Jays, Royals, Braves also came out with wins this afternoon. And the Angels will take on the Astros in Houston. The game is set for 7:05 tonight. Our sports ticker is brought to you by Stonebridge Wealth Systems, navigating you to and through retirement of your dreams. Local advisors, a disciplined process, the retirement compass. Visit StonebridgeIWM.com. Hour 1 of Sports Nightly is up next right here on the Huskers Radio Network.
Coming to you live from Memorial Stadium, it's Sports Nightly. All the Huskers, all the time. Sports Nightly is presented by McKinnis Roofing and Sheet Metal, helping homeowners and businesses protect what matters most for over 45 years.
Infield and outfield straight up. Plumlee comes set on course at 2-1. Fastball is drilled in the air. Deep left field. There it goes. See ya! First career home run for Jeter Worthley. Comes in a massive moment. It's 2-0 Big Red.
Served by Olivia straight ahead to the back right. Clinton guides it to her setter. Gets it back. Swings. Big block. Harper Murray. 25-21. Nebraska survives the second set.
8 gets switched on. Deep left side. Weaver. 3 seconds to shoot. Deep left side. 1 on the shot clock. Hargroves 3. You betcha. A buzzer-beating Central Valley 8-3 by Amaya Hargrove.
Now, here are your hosts, Jessica Coody and Kyle Crooks on the Huskers Radio Network.
Hey, everybody. Welcome into Sports Nightly with Kyle Crooks. I'm Jessica Coody, and according to Matt Coatney's X account, it's Happy National Radio Day.
That's today? Wow. How about that?
I just know what day it is, thanks to Matt Coatney, and that's
I noticed we
what
had
he says.
Cookies back there. Is that
Happy National Radio Day.
Is that in
Radio
correlation
Day.
with National Radio Day? These frosted cookies in the back?
It's because it's
Radio Day and Intern Day.
I was going to say,
Okay,
we
so it's
had
Intern
National
Day.
Intern Day like 3 weeks ago. Matty Mills made sure to congratulate
To himself.
himself.
Yes.
But it's our Huskers Radio Network Intern Day
Which is a
today.
very special day. And we didn't plan it in correlation with National Radio Day. It just happened that way.
So what a day. You're not going to eat those cookies, are you?
I tried to smell them before. I didn't get a good enough aroma. They were wrapped too much in plastic. So
Are you okay? Because now I'm seeing
No.
some stuff about blueberries, and I'm
No.
like, you kind of eat blueberries?
yeah, you reminded me I had fruit the other day at our radio meeting. They were tossing it out. I don't know if that was somebody trying to poison me or not, but apparently it was frozen blueberries. I think it's Greenwise or whatever. In certain states in the southeast. I didn't see Nebraska on the list, but it's frozen blueberries that are carried by Publix, which is the grocery store I went to 2-3 times a week
In Florida.
in Florida.
Yeah.
They don't have those here. So I don't think the threat is so much here as opposed to just the southeast.
Well,
Like E. coli is the issue, which
That's
can
kinda
wipe you off your
scary.
feet.
yes. We were talked about lettuce about, a month ago, and now just making sure that you're feeling all right after eating blueberries.
I'm good for now unless things change. You have me a little scared now. Remember last year, I was sick for the first broadcast I ever did. Remember that?
Yes.
I was sick.
Yes.
And so hopefully it's not like an annual thing.
No.
I get sick every year.
Well, I finally got over mine. It took like 6 weeks.
Yeah,
But
because you finally went to the doctor.
I did. Finally went to the doctor.
You had bronchitis, no?
Yes. Yeah, it was in my
'Cause
lungs.
You were coughing pretty heavily. I mean, there was a sound to it.
Yeah,
So
I'd never been sick like that before, and so it was weird. But finally worked through it, and I better not be sick again until when it normally comes back around in December.
you gotta take
Remember
zinc.
Penn State? Oh, that was bad. I was really sick.
Yeah,
I
it wasn't
could
good.
barely even talk.
I remember the week of the start of fall camp, I started to get the little tickle in your throat
Yes.
where you're like, oh, this is done. I'm done for the next 2 weeks. But I took like 3 zinc, and I was good. I have bottle of zinc pills now.
Oh, this year you?
This fall camp,
Oh, wow.
yeah.
Okay, well,
And I just, you know
you didn't
what?
do the TikTok voodoo?
I don't know what algorithms you have, but my algorithms are dogs and cats, and I learned this new song for this dog named Raji. So that's where I'm at, my algorithm.
Dogs and cats and people overeating.
Correct. Mukbangs is what they call them. Eating and they're always in people's cars.
Well, hey, we've got a big soccer game out at Hibner tonight coming up at 7:05. So still a chance to get out there tonight. Number 8, Notre Dame, Nebraska, off to a 101? 1 win, 1 tie.
Yes.
Start. So no losses, but so a big one out there tonight at Hibner.
This is big. When you talk NCAA tournament, this is a team that wants to get back to the NCAA tournament, of course, and this is a big RPI boosting opportunity. But the biggest thing is you just want to find a way to get a result at home. So, yeah, if you get a full 3 points with a win, that's one thing. But if you could find a way to get a draw and get at least 1 point out of tonight, that'll go a long, long way against a team like Notre Dame.
The game is actually on Big Ten Network tonight, and then our very own Christopher Sullivan-Diaz will be on the radio call for the student radio station, but then he'll be on the Big Ten Plus call on Sunday because another big one coming up on Sunday. So a couple big soccer games.
The Alabama one?
Alabama on Sunday.
Okay.
So, but again, tonight out at Hibner, number 8 Notre Dame in town. So if you're looking for something to do tonight, we'll let you off the hook of listening to the second hour of Sports Nightly if you want to get out there and watch Husker soccer.
You got to bring Sonny out there at some point.
When Pups at the Pitch, I believe is what it's called.
Are they doing the promotion again this year?
I hope so.
They do it for baseball and softball, right?
Yeah,
So
and they've done it for soccer the last couple of years. Sonny's, that was her very first event.
I can imagine Sonny just smelling the crisp air, running around.
She's a little girl. She was a little puppy when I took her out.
Oh yeah, wasn't that? You did it last year, did you not?
2 years ago.
I thought you were out there with her last year.
I took her out to both baseball and softball.
Is there a lot of space at Hibner to roam around, or is it?
Well, with the dogs, you take them out to the kind of on the berms areas,
Okay.
but yeah.
I know baseball. There's plenty of space, and softball you have the berms.
Yes.
Wasn't sure about Hibner. I have not been there.
So, yeah, that's coming up here tonight. So we'll be looking forward to that. We talked about this last night. Emily Eman, the Big Ten volleyball and really basically college volleyball guru. I think she's probably one of the most recognizable, would you say, analysts in college volleyball?
Sure. Soon to be Allie Check, but yes.
Yes. Emily, we've got someone coming for you, but for now, she still is kind of, I guess, the biggest voice in college volleyball. And she did her top 20 countdown of the top 20 players going into the season and kind of made it this crescendo type of deal on social.
One pick at a time.
Yeah, and the top 20 or the 20 through 10 did not have a single Husker, but then we saw 4-3, and then was it 4-3 or 4-2?
It was 4-2, and then we presume one is Bergen.
Andy, it's out. It is Bergen Riley, so not surprising.
And I asked you yesterday, would you flip Bergen and Andy? Now the setter is the one that stirs the drink, right? That's one of the more important positions, but we know what Andy does at the middle blocker position. That would be the only question for me is, do you flip 2 and 1?
I don't think right now I don't. I mean, Bergen's the reigning player of the year, right, for the conference until someone, unseats her. I think it's the same conversation and argument that we've had. Is just with you've got a lot of players carrying the load in terms of the scoring and everything. And so can you replace, I feel like there are just certain nights that maybe if Harper's off and it's Andy's night, or if Andy's off and it's Harper's night, and even, you see some other players really step up. But the one person that has to be there and be delivering every single night is Bergen Riley. And we've seen her game grow in other areas beyond just executing the offense. You see her be more aggressive with the dump, with the center dump. She's the jousts at the net. I mean, how many times does she win those when she's going up 1v1? I mean, I just think there's a lot of things that she brings to the table where I think there's depth there at the center position, certainly. But I think her role is just you take her out. It's a different kind of conversation than at the other spots where there's just so much depth. You know,
you can't convince me. Again, I don't know a whole lot, to be honest, but top 20 players that Manayo, Beche, or
Olivia Mao, Lainey Choboy. I don't know how those two are not in.
Terea Sigler. Like I've seen Terea Sigler play. You can't tell me she's one of not the top 20 players in the league.
And I don't know if maybe her list is based on last year going into the year, or if it's a projection. But if it's a projection, I agree with you.
Yeah, that's why
I think probably T still as much as she's grown and we're hearing her name, and she could be a 6 rotation player and be a force this season. It's just she played a role last year, but I think her role is going to be significantly more this year. You just haven't seen it yet.
Yeah, then that goes, is it projection or is it past performance? What are you looking at in the list? But you could have easily 5 or 6 players on that list, but I think it goes back to wanting to spread the wealth of the entire league, of promoting the entire league, which is a good league. It has a lot of great talent.
Well, we heard Allie Check telling us the other day she thinks the league's going to be way better this year, which is better for Nebraska. I mean,
test them more.
I think you
don't think they go undefeated again this year in the Big Ten?
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying it might not be. They might not sweep every single set.
I'm
or
saying
every
it's very
single
possible.
match. I look, they're that good, yes, but I think Penn State's better. I think, and they talked about how Wisconsin had some injuries when they weren't full strength when Nebraska faced them last year. So, and you look at the polls, and Penn State, Wisconsin, both top 10 teams. And so, I think hopefully, and I think everybody wants that to be the case, and they're going to be challenged early on, but then once you get into conference play, you don't want that to drop off. You want to be prepared for the postseason.
And do you make the case?
Which I still push back on the fact that they weren't prepared for the postseason. I think they had some freak things happen that just...
Injury, sickness.
I don't know if it wasn't so much that they weren't challenged enough, they couldn't handle it. It just, like, when it rained, it poured, and it is just... This team was so healthy, so deep, then all of a sudden they had people dropping like flies that week.
Could you make the case that an early loss takes away some of the pressure that maybe this team had last year, unbeaten going into the postseason? So an early loss might not be the worst thing.
Probably, because I think it was it their freshman year that they had gone on this streak and had gone unbeaten, and they felt that pressure. So... And as much as you talk about it and you have those conversations, it's still something that you're thinking about. There's no way you can't not think about that, right?
Yeah. I mean, that Texas match is intriguing on Sunday the 30th. And then I'm not sure how good UNLV is, but then you have the Wrigley match. And, you're going to be tested, Georgia Tech, Baylor, and then the Creighton match on September 16th, which will be obviously massive at Pinnacle Bank Arena, but you're going to have those early tests. And once again, I don't know how much an early loss hurts this team. Maybe it helps it, makes it, motivates it even more.
All right, coming up here on the show, we're going to talk some Husker football in hour number 2. The Husker Connections podcast. Damon Benning had a chance to chat with a couple of the star wide receivers, Nyziah Hunter, Jacory, Barney. We're going to bring you that conversation. I'll have some more football talk here coming up in hour number 2. But coming up next, going to keep talking Husker volleyball with assistant coach Brennan, Hagar, and talk some Husker middles. Keep it here on Sports Nightly. Woodhouse has been a trusted partner in your everyday since 1975. Shop for your next vehicle with the home team at Woodhouse and the official auto dealer of Nebraska Athletics.
Visit Woodhouse Toyota and drive into summer with incredible offers happening now. Lease the 2025 Toyota Tacoma SR Crew Cab for $399 per month for 36 months and 10,000 miles per year. Visit us in-store or online at woodhousetoyota.com today. Woodhouse Toyota. Let's go places. With approved credit, tax, title, license extra. Security deposit waived. $2,000 down plus first payment and $299 doc fee due at signing. Stock number GT250151. Offer expires August 31st, 2026. See dealer for details.
Husker fans, football season is right around the corner. We need you there to continue to make Memorial Stadium the best atmosphere in college football. You can now choose between 2 mini plans, a 3-game mini plan for $185 and a 4-game mini plan for $225. These plans are your best way to guarantee a ticket to the Indiana and Ohio State game and are only available while supplies last. To purchase today or for more information, visit huskers.com/tickets. Go Big Red.
Sports Nightly is powered by McInnes Roofing and Sheet Metal. Since 1981, Nebraska homeowners and businesses have trusted McInnes for roofing, siding, windows, gutters, custom sheet metal, and repairs. Whether you're protecting your home, improving curb appeal, or planning a commercial project, their experienced team delivers quality craftsmanship and dependable service from start to finish. When your property needs expert care, choose the local name Nebraska has trusted for more than 45 years. And now, the official roofing partner of the Huskers. Discover the McInnes difference at McInnesInc.com.
Hit us up on the text line. Text 402-413-2400 with your Husker thoughts.
When it comes to your business running efficiently day to day, you rely on technology and a network that is secure, fast, and has measures in place to help prevent downtime. At Hamilton Business Technologies, we know firsthand that reliability is business. We work with businesses across the state to implement managed IT solutions that keep your business running securely. As the official business IT partner of the Huskers, we're focused on providing custom solutions that set you up for success now and in the future. Reliability is business. Hamilton is business. Connect with us today at hamiltonisbusiness.com.
Nebraska football fans know what it takes to be the best. You've got to handle the heat, power through the cold, read the pressure. Same goes for the Techs at John Henry's. They're trusted to perform when it's all on the line. When winter's driving hard and your furnace fumbles. When your thermostat is in the red zone. When the power goes out before the final whistle. Make the easy call.
Call 435-5555. John Henry's Plumbing. Heating and air.
And electrical.
Mike Rowe here with another random fact. Those cracks on your walls aren't just cosmetic. They could mean your home is sinking. Whether it's drywall cracks, exterior cracks, or sticking doors or windows, do yourself a favor. Call Groundworks. I spent some time working with these guys, and they're the real deal. Their people are trained and certified to stabilize your foundation.
Groundworks, the official foundation company of the Huskers. Schedule a free inspection. Licensed in all states where work is performed. See website for details.
You show up for every Husker game because it's about more than football. It's about celebrating that Nebraska grit that's in our DNA. That same drive pushes you to get stronger, move more, and take care of yourself. To show up for the people and moments that matter most. We believe you have what it takes. That's why Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Nebraska covers preventive care with every plan. And our digital tools help you stay on track every step of the way. Blue believes in what you're made of. And Blue believes in you.
Feel like you're always on the run? Me too. As an independent financial professional, I help all kinds of busy people. Young families planning for college, couples working toward retirement, people securing their legacy. Wherever you are in life, Emeritus can help you get more out of life with insurance, employee benefits, and financial services. You're moving fast. Let's help make sure you're on the path to a fulfilling life. Find your next step at emeritus.com. Insurance products issued by Emeritus Life Insurance Corp.
Drive into summer during the Woodhouse Ford Summer Sales Event. From family road trips to tackling the toughest jobs, a new Ford is ready for every mile ahead. For a limited time, receive $1,000 bonus cash plus a 2-year premium maintenance plan on select 2026 Ford models. Browse our inventory online or visit us in-store in Blair, Omaha, or Plattsmouth today. With approved credit, tax, title, license extra, $299 doc fee due at signing. Offer applies to select stock numbers. 2-year premium maintenance plan includes 2 free oil changes. Offer expires September 30th, 2026. See dealer for details.
The Akrs Radio Network Broadcast Center is sponsored by Akrs Equipment, the Midwest premier John Deere dealer, providing the equipment, parts, and service that keep agriculture moving forward. Akrs Equipment, proud partner of Husker Nation. Learn more at akrs.com. Welcome back to Sports Nightly. We have a brand new episode as we kick off a brand new season of The Dig, powered by Emeritus, and a fitting guest to start off with is Brennan Hagar, who coaches the Husker Middle. It's been a big topic going into this season, so I had a chance to dive into the depth there, what he's looking for in growth from all of the players in his room, and much more. Here's that conversation with Brennan Hagar. Well, welcome back for, again, another season as an assistant coach. You're a newer assistant coach, young guy, but how do you feel different going into, I guess, year 2 officially as an assistant?
Yeah, I definitely feel more prepared.
Mm-hmm.
Year 1 underneath my belts, I just have a better feeling of Kenna and Nyziah, and then we've gotten to know Key like pretty well, and obviously Andy and I are like thick as thieves, close as can be, so even more familiar with her and just what she needs more from me, so I'm just more familiar with kind of my role and the areas of growth that I needed to make, and yeah, so super excited.
Well, want to dive into all the players, but let's go back to Sunday red-white scrimmage. How did you guys, when you turned on the film, what did you like? What were some areas that maybe we need to be better at?
Yeah, so first watched it yesterday, and leaving there, obviously none of us were thrilled about the offensive numbers, but going back initially, I'm like, okay, we defensively, a lot of the stuff that we were training and wanted to have like main areas of focus, like block footwork, eye work, just from a middle standpoint specifically. I mean, the numbers were reflective of, I think Nyziah said it best, like in her press conference, that we're the only team that could hold ourselves to that number. And I feel like that's the best way to put and kind of sum up that scrimmage, that defensively we were really, really good. And going back, like from an offensive standpoint, a lot of the stuff that we were trying to work on, I mean, we're playing against ourselves, so we were aware that we were trying to work on those things. So there's like a balance between the two where the offense wasn't as bad as we thought, but like live, you're like, okay, could someone kill a ball, please? But the intentionality from the offensive side of things was good. Like we were trying to do the right things. It's just we're playing against ourselves, who knows like what we're trying to do, what we're trying to work on. So I was more happy like looking back, but I'm just personally like really stoked that we don't look unstoppable right now. I think there's a lot of room of growth, and that might be something that was talked a lot about last season, where we looked so good so early on, where the conversation of how much better can we actually get, and I think this is a really good starting point where it makes us even more hungry, especially with the four that are seniors that are leading us.
Danny had talked about that she felt like the defense was ahead of the offense. Why is that the case?
I think just the focus of kind of like what we're trying to be better at. I felt like last year we felt like we didn't block enough balls for points collectively, and I think that Andy has worked really, really hard to get herself better from that aspect, and no one had really seen Kenna, but Kenna is probably, when she blocks the ball comes back harder than whoever hit it. I mean, there's times in practice where it's insane what she does, and Key is just a naturally great blocker in and of itself, and obviously Nyziah, after her performance on Sunday, it's just, we've definitely leveled up in that area, and I felt like all of the pins, all the right and left side blockers, both Bergen and Campbell as well, have just all gotten so much better, and we've really made an emphasis to kind of like really break down that piece of the game. And so it's really good to know that the 2.5, 3 weeks that leading up to the red white, that's starting to, show that it's an area of growth.
Allie Check was on the call, and she interned for us. We were talking with her before, and she just, was going on, and even mentioned it to a couple of the teammates that came up, how impressed she was with the block. So that had to make you really happy.
Yeah, it's definitely, Jalen and I have put a lot of hard work into it. So it's good to see that, again, early on, but there's still a lot of room for growth.
Okay, so let's maybe go through your group a little bit, starting with Andy Jackson, the reigning middle blocker of the year. You think, what more can she get better at? But it sounds like there's a lot of things that she wanted to focus on going into this year.
Oh, yeah. I think that the best part about Andy is that she's always wanting to get better. Like I don't even really think that she's understands how impressive like that accolade is. And I mean, it is insane, like just what she was able to do last year, and just I think each year she's just gotten better and better and better. And I think Jalen said it in some interview where I think Andy's best volleyball, like it won't happen in college, which is so exciting. And I think she's now starting to understand that, where just getting her exposure like on the national team or this summer, and just everything that she's learned from them, as well as like last year and us, and each year her just awareness of the areas of growth that she wants to get better at. I mean, she's now trying out a new serve, and we saw that has finally kind of like started to click for her, and that's really great. The blocking is so much better. It just seems like the game's getting slower for her finally, and I feel like it just needed to have happen with experience. And because she had started maybe a little bit later than everybody else, but it's now starting to kind of like fall into place for her. And so I think that's really exciting.
So when you talk about Andy's, blocking improvement, where is that? How do you identify that? Why is that something that, hey, we got to get better at this? I guess why is that maybe a little bit further behind in her game than the other areas?
Blocking's so hard. Yeah. There's so many things, especially when you're a middle, where you have to have really, really great vision in terms of, and you have to be calm in those stressful situations. I mean, especially in our gym where we pass the ball as good as or better than anybody in the country, where we have physicality from every position, that it can seem very overwhelming in, I have to know this tendency when the ball's set here. She likes to hit this shot. Is it out of system? Does Campbell set the ball faster than Bergen? Does Bergen set the ball faster than Campbell? Who's on what side? Like, there's so much like outside noise from a blocking standpoint that you really have to just go through a lot of failure and realize, like, okay, I'm going to be calm in these stressful situations and know what to look at the right time when I'm looking at it. And so it's just a lot of eye work and kind of like calming what we're looking at. And I feel like Andy's gotten much more calm, and you can just tell, like, posture wise, when a middle's kind of like freaked out and there's a lot going on and they don't know what to look at because there's so much happening. And Andy's really kind of like leaned into that. And so, she's just, the block moves that she was doing, she was on time a lot of the time, which is great for her. And it's just a comfortability thing where you have to do it more live. There's only so much block training that you can do where it's controlled, that it's the uncontrollable factor for her that, and just like middles and blocking in general, where we just needed to get a little bit more comfortable being uncomfortable.
The mental part of it, I guess, seems like, I guess I didn't realize how much that plays into it, the mental aspect of it, which probably also goes into why you see a jump for freshman to sophomore year,
For sure, yeah. It's just a level of comfortability, again, with being uncomfortable and knowing that it's stressful. Like, we know that it's hard. I'm the first person to tell them, like, this is very hard. And just know that, like, we know that it's hard, but we're capable of doing that.
Right. Okay, so how about Nyziah Obeche? We saw her and had some big flashes last season. What kind of jump have you seen her make? She also had a big spring too, but just even from spring to now.
Oh yeah, she's another one where she was already such a gifted blocker. I mean, it was, I think, her first experience like being with the team last year. I think it was the first time that she blocked the ball where whoever was hitting it didn't think that she was there. And that's like kind of her biggest gift, is that
she comes just out of nowhere.
Comes out of nowhere, and then what you think is open is not open to her. And she just has really good vision. She's just naturally moves well along the net. Her range as an attacker is second to none. I mean, that was even last year. Like, her ability to move the ball and her hand on ball is really, really good, where we can even underset her and she can still find a way to score. So it's just her jump blocking in the last week and a half. There was like a little technical tweak with her hands and kind of figured out some cues and things that she can really think of, because we don't have to change a whole lot with her. It's just making sure that technique wise, she's doing the same repetition, like same movements over and over and over. And that was evident as of Sunday.
Yeah, for sure. What were the challenges that you posed to her? I mean, you're replacing Rebecca Alec, which is a big hole to fill. But as Danny said, you feel like the room as a whole is probably more talented just because those two, and then you add Key. But for Nyziah, who saw some action last year, now going into year two, what were some of the areas that you challenged her in?
Yeah, so we're still having those conversations of, we had 2 All-Americans in my position group last year, and arguably we were the best like middle duo in the country, and that doesn't get to drop off. I still expect and I hope that whoever's in that second spot, if it is Nyziah, that she's pushing herself to be an All-American, all-conference player. Like, we're going to have the best middle duo in the country, and that just doesn't get handed to you based off of I don't know, how highly you were recruited or everything. Now that based off of how Danny wants to run the offense, teams know that we want to set the middle, and you just have to know you're going to have 4-6 hands in front of you, maybe more times than you're used to. So just kind of like accepting the challenge that it's going to be hard. And especially like after last season, I mean, I think she hit 550 on the year last year as a freshman. Granted, with the time that was given, I mean, that's unheard of.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's very exciting that she's also someone who doesn't shy away from that and like is willing to take on kind of like that load, that pressure. She's not easily rattled, and just her calming presence, I think, is what makes her so special from both sides of the ball, where she's like, okay, sounds good.
Your group overall, and we'll talk about the other two too, it's just such a great group.
Yep.
I mean, they're just, you gotta love coming to work every single day with that group.
I'm definitely spoiled, for sure.
All right, well, how about Kennecoga, again, redshirted last year, which will no longer have red shirts anymore with the 5-5, but Danny had talked throughout the season that it was getting harder and harder as the season went along to keep that red shirt on her. What were you guys seeing in her throughout just, I guess, the growth of last season, even before you took the court in spring?
Yeah, so when Kenna came to us, there were just a lot of things where we felt like she was just behind because her and Nyziah didn't come to us in the spring of that year, in January. And so they'd finished out their club season and they came to us in the summer. And so there were just a few things like eye work, blocking wise, the normal freshman stuff, where Nyziah was just a little bit further along, and Kenna was the perfect person to have red shirt. She even thought that like she should, and she knows that she would personally benefit from that. So for Kenna last year, it was a lot of like mini goals and what can like she get better at this week, and her intentionality and like almost like falling in love with the process. I mean, I think she fell in love with the process more than anybody else, and you really saw that with just how she is as a person, how she was raised. She's not somebody who gets down on herself, and like if she's going to make an error, those usually don't stack on each other, where sometimes most freshmen like make an error, they get internal, and she doesn't. She's a very external person, always smiling, and it's like, perfect, can we keep Kenna smiling for 4 more years? Because it's worked out pretty well. And so she's just really challenged herself and gotten better. I mean, like each practice, and is now pushing Nyziah, Andy, Key. I mean, we just keep like upping the level, and she was doing that as a redshirt. That's why it was so hard to keep her like in that position.
What are the things that she does really, really well, and what are the things that you're challenging her on?
She's got a really fast arm. I mean, she reminds me a lot, and I've said this before, she's like Layla Blackwell 2.0, where just how she draws her arm, she has long arms, she's a great blocker, just a natural feel, moves well along the net. I think for her, it's how much can she affect the offensive game behind the setter off of 1 foot. She's pretty good off 2, but I want to make sure that any middle that comes to us, like the slide is not something that we're afraid of. We're like very comfortable going behind, and her range going both ways, she's pretty good going one way, and we just want to make sure that her spacing, her vision from an attack standpoint is, when we get the ball to Kenna kills. And so there, I think it was in the first set, she had 3 straight points where that was just a glimpse of, I think, what's to come. And she's a great blocker. Like out of system, I would not want to hit into her because it's coming back hard.
Olivia had told me in the match that she was one of the better servers too.
Yes. So that's something that, I mean, Kenna, I think that just, again, it's a testament of how you are as a player, just like the level-headedness to go back and hit a serve as hard as she does consistently. I mean, she bombs from beyond the end line, and I felt like she was a little nervous. She served, I would probably give it a C average, and we'll talk about that, but like that's a weapon of hers, and we want her to go back and go for it.
She probably embraces that. Like, she's probably like,
for sure,
I want to be that.
Yep.
So she probably doesn't mind that you're, I mean, she probably wants to hear that criticism.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Feedback.
Yep.
All right, how about Key, the freshman, Keone Williams? I mean, I had a chance to chat with her as a part of our newcomer series. I love all three of those freshmen. They're just fantastic. Seem
awesome.
to fit right in.
Yep.
But tell us about Key and how she's fitting into the battles.
Yeah, Key's, I think at least 4 times a practice, she's just so funny and just so like real. She doesn't love to serve, which is so funny because we do a lot of serving. And so she's very excited when we're not serving anymore. And so she's awesome. She wants to be the best that she can absolutely be. And her and I, she would text a lot during the summer when she was with USA, and just how intentional she was. Like she was starting to like understand and get a better feel for her eye work and what she needs to look at. And offensively, I think there's room for growth, and we're going to do like a lot of like technique stuff to help that area, and just know that everybody's as big as you are now. And so I think that's one issue where she's come to me, and I didn't have to go to her, where she's like, okay, how can I start to kill more balls? And so that discussion, now that we have game film, we're able to kind of like dive into that a little bit more. And then she can now understand that these technique changes are going to translate onto the court. So when we start to make those changes, and when we start to kind of like understand why we need to make these changes, I think we're going to see really good things from her, because she's super physical, 6'4", long, great blocker. She's pretty good on a slide. We can there's again, just some technique stuff that we can change.
So, and I chatted with a couple of the players back early August, into July. Andy and Kenna both mentioned you and just your coaching style and how much they feed off of that. So, and I think it was Kenna that basically said the belief that you instill. And so how your coaching style, how do you go about instilling that belief and being that person that they want to run through a brick wall for, but then also finding those ways to challenge them too?
Yeah, I think I was in a unique position where being under like Coach Cook and kind of like my role as a GA, where I was so close with the middles, and I didn't play middle in college. So everything was new to me. And so I was, in a way, I felt every time I would come to practice, I wasn't a player, but all of the new information, like all the new technical cues, everything, I was ingesting like almost like drinking out of a fire hydrant, where there was so much information where I could kind of like come from a better place of understanding, because I wasn't a middle. And so I feel like I have like a good grasp of things that helped me to be able to help them. And I was going through that with Andy, Layla, Becca, Caitlin Horde, at the time, Maggie, when she was here, that I was going through the same things like with them, and like learning what to look for, kind of like learning how Nebraska does these things. And so I think it comes from that place where I like really, really understand what is being asked of you. And I know that it's going to be hard, but like you have to like go through the failure process. And I think that's the biggest thing, where I want them to fail. I want them to know that it is okay. Like it is a learning moment, and kind of like figure out ways for myself and them to get them out of that, and really like sit in with that. So I think that's where that comes from.
No, it makes sense. Yeah. Cause you kind of grew up with Andy a little bit.
Oh, for sure. Yep.
Like, I mean, cause you kind of had to learn it as she was coming in, and she was green and learning it too. So kind of the same experiences. That's fascinating. Okay. So we're a week from Thursday out from Spikes Under the Lights. What are the things that you're looking for out of your group here to close out, I guess, the training camp part of it before you guys really hit the ground for the season?
Yeah. I think it's just with the amount of time that we've practiced, it's very new. So there's a lot of kind of like unknown, where we're practicing a week sooner in the summer, and we're not at Devaney to start, or we won't be in Devaney for a while. So it's a lot of kind of like embracing the struggle, where I think this is going to be great for us, where it's a lot of new, the Big Ten tournament, how that's going to be laid out, Spikes Under the Lights, going to Vegas, Wrigley Field, South Dakota. It's a lot of random and we're out of our routine, which I think is awesome. And like, I think we were too comfortable in, okay, we usually do this, we always do this. And I think it's going to find a new way to have a struggle where all four of us, Jalen, Kelly, Danny, myself, we haven't done these kinds of things before. So we're all going to kind of like be in the same boat where we're going to lead however best we can, because again, it's a lot of unknown. And so I think going into that, it's just, can we bring almost like more excitement into that and just kind of see where we go from there.
Danny was saying too, kind of with the opportunity with the exhibition, probably could play a lot of players. So how are you going to go about figuring out who's going to play in the amount of time? Like, what will you be looking for here over the next couple of weeks? Yeah,
we've been tracking, obviously, like stats play a piece to it, but stats don't tell the whole story. So there's a lot of character-wise, what is being said like on the court? How can you affect the game when you're not in the game, when you're on the sideline, when your rotations are up? Serving, I feel like your strength as a server. Even we've been keeping track of win percentage in 6-on-6 drills, and so I think that also plays a piece into it where it's, are you affecting winning? Are you having like some ebbs and flow in terms of momentum shifts when you go in? How big is your impact on both sides of the ball, or some of the things that we'll look for? Yeah. Okay. What I guess initial opportunity are you most excited for? I can't wait to play Texas personally. Yeah. Growing up, a Husker volleyball fan, always looked forward to those matches, and I wasn't on the sidelines when we lost to them in 23 is the last time, but I think it's just a really cool opportunity, and I'm really happy that both schools are wanting to kind of like get back to playing each other, because I think we hadn't played since then, and in the preseason they used to play all the time, and so I know that there were a lot of scheduling conflicts where both schools wanted to obviously play each other just for the history, but I'm really excited that that's going to get like back up again. And going to be on Big Fox. Yeah. That's huge for the sport too. Continuing to get those opportunities on Fox and the major networks. Yep. All right. Well, great stuff. Thank you so much for your time. Congratulations on a great start so far. I mean, it's a lot of hype around your group. I know that comes a lot of pressure, but you're looking forward to it, I'm sure. Yes. Yeah. Well, thank you so much for your time. And yeah, we'll look forward to talking to you, I guess, here in a few weeks. All right. Sounds good. Thank you. Again, that is assistant coach Brennan. Hagar is a part of the DIG, which is proud to be powered by Emeritus. And Emeritus is proud to power all of Husker women's sports as well. So looking forward to more conversations. We'll have weekly episodes now as we have kicked off the season. And now we'll have assistant coaches Lindsey Peterson in every single week of the season. So excited about that, and great stuff there from Brennan Hagar. All right, got to get to a break. More Sports Nightly coming up right after this.
Husker fans, the 2026 Nebraska football season is quickly approaching, and we need you in the Sea of Red at Memorial Stadium this fall. Single game tickets for all 7 home games start at just $45 and are now available in both end zone and sideline seat locations. These tickets are only available while supplies last, so get yours today before they're gone. To purchase your Husker football single game tickets or for more information, visit huskers.com/tickets. Go Big Red.
Set, hike. When champions take the field, they come ready to play. TNL Irrigation understands the value of momentum. Like a Husker drive, there's no stopping. If you live for farming and football like we do, TNL Irrigation has you covered. Check your fields from the game with a remote system, or just enjoy the play knowing our systems are reliable as a sold-out Memorial Stadium. Touchdown! Nebraska born, Nebraska strong. Husker Nation and TNL Irrigation are like no other.
Hit us up on the text line. Text 402-413-2400 with your Husker thoughts.
Nebraska. We're connected by more than fiber. We're connected by traditions, by hometown pride, by the Sea of Red on game day, by generations of fans who know what it means to cheer together. Allo is proud to be the connection behind those moments, bringing families together, keeping communities close, and helping Nebraskans stay connected to what truly matters. Allo Fiber, connecting what matters. Proud partner of Husker Athletics. Learn more at allofiber.com/Husker Radio.
Technology isn't just a part of your business, it is your business. At Hamilton Business Technologies, we believe that the right technology tools make all the difference. From seamless phone systems to secure cloud solutions, we empower Nebraska businesses to stay connected, protected, and ahead of the competition. Your technology isn't an afterthought, it's your competitive edge. Let the official business IT partner of the Huskers show you how technology helps drive business success. Technology is business. Hamilton is business. Connect with us at hamiltonisbusiness.com.
Mike Rowe here with another random fact. Those cracks on your walls aren't just cosmetic. They could mean your home is sinking. Whether it's drywall cracks, exterior cracks, or sticking doors or windows, do yourself a favor. Call Groundworks. I spent some time working with these guys, and they're the real deal. Their people are trained and certified to stabilize your foundation.
Groundworks, the official foundation company of the Huskers. Schedule a free inspection. Licensed in all states where work is performed. See website for details.
You show up for every Husker game because it's about more than football. It's about celebrating that Nebraska grit that's in our DNA. That same drive pushes you to get stronger, move more, and take care of yourself. To show up for the people and moments that matter most. We believe you have what it takes. That's why Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Nebraska covers preventive care with every plan. And our digital tools help you stay on track every step of the way. Blue believes in what you're made of. And Blue believes in you.
Feel like you're always on the run? Me too. As an independent financial professional, I help all kinds of busy people. Young families planning for college, couples working toward retirement, people securing their legacy. Wherever you are in life, Emeritus can help you get more out of life with insurance, employee benefits, and financial services. You're moving fast. Let's help make sure you're on the path to a fulfilling life. Find your next step at emeritus.com. Insurance products issued by Emeritus Life Insurance Corp.
Right now at Woodhouse Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, get 0% APR for up to 84 months on all new 2026 Grand Cherokee and Grand Cherokee L models during the Make This the Summer event. Or enjoy 10% off MSRP on all in-stock 2026 Ram 2500s and Ram 3500s. 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty. Woodhouse Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Blair and Bellevue. With approved credit, tax title license extra when financed with Stellantis Financial Services. $299 doc fee due at signing. Offer expires September 30th, 2026. See dealer for details.
Woodhouse has been a trusted partner in your everyday since 1975. Shop for your next vehicle with the home team at Woodhouse and the official auto dealer of Nebraska Athletics. Welcome back to Sports Nightly with Kyle Crooks. I'm Jessica Coody. So going back to that conversation with Brennan and you can't play all four of the middles, but they certainly are battling it out as we talk about position battles. I think both Ken and Nyziah are making their own cases to see the court. And I think that's when we were going back to maybe early season opportunities, and we've heard Danny talk about that and playing lots of players early. So we'll see. But I think they are very, very excited about those two young middles. Well, three young middles, but especially the two that are now going into year two.
Is that up for the best position group perhaps in the country for a single team? The middle blocking group for Nebraska?
I guess we'll see,
Probably
right? I mean, I think that goes back to the conversation of we've seen flashes of Nyziah, but how much better is she?
Yeah.
We heard Danny say that she felt like the group was even better, and that's coming when you have two All-Americans with Rebecca Alec and Andy Jackson. But I think just the overall growth, you have more depth behind the two. So you have probably four as opposed to maybe two you feel really confident in. So, that's those two. I know there's a lot of talk about the libero, but I think the libero is what it is, right? They're going to keep changing those two, and they're going to play their role with Lainey and Olivia. But I cannot wait to see how they're going to figure out what middles are going to play.
And you think a week from, well, right now, right, they'll be getting started in Dallas for that great event. So it'll be a lot of fun to watch that here a week from now and get more answers there.
Early projections for you for a breakout player of the year. You going with T?
I'll go with Therese Sigler just because she was the first person I interviewed. And she's really good at volleyball.
She's a fantastic interview. I'll go with Nyziah Obeche. So, all right. Hy-Vee, there's a helpful smile in every aisle. Hy-Vee proudly supports the Huskers. All right, got to get to a break. We're back to wrap up hour number 1 next.
Sports Nightly is powered by McKinnis Roofing and Sheet Metal. Since 1981, Nebraska homeowners and businesses have trusted McKinnis for roofing, siding, windows, gutters, custom sheet metal, and repairs. Whether you're protecting your home, improving curb appeal, or planning a commercial project, their experienced team delivers quality craftsmanship and dependable service from start to finish. When your property needs expert care, choose the local name Nebraska has trusted for more than 45 years. And now, the official roofing partner of the Huskers. Discover the McKinnis difference at McKinnisInc.com.
Husker fans, the 2026 Nebraska football season is right around the corner. We need you in the Sea of Red this fall. Be in Memorial Stadium for the home opener on Saturday, September 5th, as the Huskers take on Ohio. Tickets start at just $50 and are only available while supplies last. To purchase your Husker football versus Ohio tickets, or for more information, visit huskers.com/tickets. Go Big Red.
Hit us up on the text line. Text 402-413-2400 with your Husker thoughts.
Summer's almost over, but with a new Toyota from Toyota's National Sales Event, you can turn your end of summer scaries into end of summer woes. In the mood for some elevated dining? Pack a picnic into a 4Runner and hit up a stunning mountain vista.
Whoa!
Haul a bouncy castle in a Tundra and get crowned the coolest dad at the park.
Whoa! I'm king of the castle!
Drive a Tacoma to the lake to go wakeboarding. Whoa! That was awesome air. Let's go again. Or take a BZ to an amusement park with friends. Whoa! Keep your woes going this summer in a new Toyota.
Event ends August 31st. Dealer inventory may vary. See your participating Toyota dealer for details. Toyota, let's go places.
See your Omaha Metro and Lincoln Toyota dealers. Village Point Toyota of Omaha, Baxter Toyota of La Vista, Baxter Toyota of Lincoln, or Corwin Toyota of Bellevue.
Welcome back. Final couple minutes left here of hour number 1 of Sports Nightly with Kyle Crooks and Jessica Coody. So no practice today for football. I feel like you don't know what to do with yourself when you don't know, when there's no practice for you to go to.
This is, last night was fun. It was a scrimmage, so it was good to see just continue to get reps in and a lot of the same things. Continue to see a lot of certain guys rotate in with the ones and the places that there are position battles and guys that are banged up a little bit in camp will be ready to go for the first game. But this is the last week of truly straining. You know, they had the guys running gassers after the scrimmage yesterday, and you could tell they were feeling it. So he's really putting these guys through the ringer here before the start of the season.
Maybe one more scrimmage-like situation, sounds like, on Saturday?
Saturday.
Yep.
Yeah. I don't know if I can go because of the concert. So I don't know if I'll be able to park to go to the scrimmage on Saturday.
You can walk.
That's actually a good point. I didn't even think of that.
You're not that far.
No, I'm actually really close. I never even computed that. I'll walk.
So, yeah, we will have right availability tomorrow. And you're planning on talking to
hopefully
Coach
Rob Orridge tomorrow.
So, but we're going to talk more football here coming up in hour number 2. As mentioned, Damon Benning's we see him all the time now, and he's been very involved in the social media and all of that good stuff, including doing some podcast interviews with a few of the players and the Husker Connections podcast. So a really fun conversation with Jacory, Barney, and Nyziah Hunter. We're going to play that for you coming up next. Also, I guess Maddie Mills decided to come to work today, so we'll have Wind Up Wednesday on a Thursday as well.
About time.
And then a couple other things we're going to get to here in hour number 2. So keep it here. Got a whole another hour of Sports Nightly coming up right after this.
Hit us up on the text line. Text 402-413-2400 with your Husker thoughts.
Mike Rowe here with another random fact. Those cracks on your walls aren't just cosmetic. They could mean your home is sinking. Whether it's drywall cracks, exterior cracks, or sticking doors or windows, do yourself a favor. Call Groundworks. I spent some time working with these guys, and they're the real deal. Their people are trained and certified to stabilize your foundation.
Groundworks, the official foundation company of the Huskers. Schedule a free inspection. Licensed in all states where work is performed. See website for details.
Being a Nebraska fan doesn't stop when the clock hits 0 and the game ends. It's every day, all day, home or away. With the Husker Visa debit card, free with FMBO free checking, you can be one who lives it, one who proves it. Show your pride every time you pay with the Husker Visa debit card, only at FMBO, the bank of Husker Nation. One for the loyal, one for the fans, one for you. Get yours today at fmbo.com/Huskers. Member FDIC.
There's no better way to celebrate America's 250th birthday than at a Husker football game. Be in Memorial Stadium for the official America 250 celebration as the Huskers take on Bowling Green on Saturday, September 12th. Kickoff is set for 6 p.m. and tickets start at just $50. To purchase your Husker football versus Bowling Green tickets or for more information, visit huskers.com/tickets. Go Big Red.
It's the summer sales event with the Ford Crew.
Anna, what says summer to you?
Sunshine, road trips, camping.
And?
Ford being #1 in new vehicle quality among mainstream brands according to J.D. Power.
And?
And low APR offers with Ford credit financing on a select lineup of Ford trucks and SUVs.
My kind of summer.
For APR offer information, visit Ford.com or your local Ford dealer. For J.D. Power 2026 U.S. Initial Quality Study Award information, visit jdpower.com/awards. Awards based on 2026 model year.
Good evening. I'm Hayden Gary, and our sports ticker is brought to you by the experienced advisors at Stonebridge Well Systems. Justin Evans was named second-team preseason All-American by The Athletic earlier today. This is the second accolade for the senior center, as he was on the Remington Trophy watch list earlier this month. Last season, he started all 13 games as one of the Huskers' leaders. For more information, visit Huskers.com. Nebraska soccer will welcome number 8 Notre Dame tonight. The game is set for 7:05 Central Time and will be televised on Big Ten Network. Nebraska has won one game and tied the other. Last week, the Big Red tied with South Dakota 1-1. In the MLB tonight, the Cardinals took down the Reds in Cincinnati 10-9. Blue Jays, Royals, and Braves also came out with wins this afternoon, and the Angels will take on the Astros in Houston. That game is set for 7:05 tonight. Our sports ticker is brought to you by the Stonebridge Well Systems, navigating you to and through the retirement of your dreams. Local advisors, a disciplined process, the retirement compass. Visit StonebridgeIWM.com. Hour 2 of Sports Nightly is up next right here on the Huskers Radio Network.
Coming to you live from Memorial Stadium, it's Sports Nightly. All the Huskers, all the time. Sports Nightly is presented by McKinnis Roofing and Sheet Metal, helping homeowners and businesses protect what matters most for over 45 years.
Infield to the right as well. Heron to the line, her one ball pitch. Ava swings and drives this one to center. Johnson going back. It's gone. It's gone. Huskers win. Huskers win. Huskers win. Huskers win. 5-3 on the Kuzak 2-run home run.
5:58 to go in the first half of play as Jamarcus Lawrence trots it into the front court, picked up by Cooper Campbell. Bounce pass, left corner, 3-ball. Sanford got another one. 5 of them. Sanford exhorting the crowd, and they oblige. And the Huskers are up 11.
Keelan Smith, the motion man from left to right. Snap. Quick screen near left. Leaping catch from Hunter. Leaks through. Breaks an ankle tackle. There he goes. 140. 35-30. Hunter all the way. That just might be your dagger.
Now, here are your hosts, Jessica Coody and Kyle Crooks on the Huskers Radio Network.
And welcome back. Hour number 2 of Sports Nightly with Kyle Crooks and Jessica Coody. So you just brought this to my attention, but in the, I guess, home state of Oklahoma, a little bit of an uproar, I guess from the outside more so than internally in the state. But one Eric Morris, the head coach of Oklahoma State, shot an armadillo. And then what ESPN put out
sent out a push notification at 10 o'clock. So people saw the words shoots and kills. And then at the very end, it's armadillo. So people think that like something really serious happened, and then they read the whole notification, and it's just something that probably didn't necessarily need to be in a notification at 10 o'clock at night that the coach shot and killed something. But so he said he heard a noise in his Stillwater yard by his flower beds, texted the neighbors to apologize for the noise of, I guess, the gunshot of... He went to his backyard with a gun and shot the darn thing up. It was so he had a couple of armadillo problems, tearing up his lawn.
They can be a nuisance.
Popped up at 2:30 a.m., couldn't sleep, thinking about something. I thought it was a great opportunity to go outside, and then that's when he found the armadillo. Said this quote, "This was my first experience with an armadillo. He was crushing my yard." It's like my dad was loved his yard, huge yard guy, and the groundhogs would just chew it up. The deer would, I actually put something on my Instagram story when I went home for New Jersey. The deer was eating the flowers. You have to spray your flowers or else those things will come up and just eat all your flowers. But it was crushing his yard, his flower beds, digging everything up. So about 2:30, he texted his neighbors, sorry about the gunshot. And he said, I'm in the country, so it wasn't illegal, but I did get rid of him. So the armadillo has been extinguished. Now, I don't know if it's a curious case of multiple armadillos.
I was going to say it could be a family. That's why, I had a neighbor that had this beautiful garden and had, some, I guess, vegetables and stuff growing in it, flowers, and some rabbits were tearing up her garden. And so I had a dog before, Sunny, that killed some rabbits. And
that's
so
part of what they do.
I don't feel as bad that, if they're going to tear up yards and stuff, if people thank me for my dog's service,
Yeah. So what I noticed too is again, when I saw the deer when I went back home, there's deer everywhere, but they used to be so skittish around people, at least in that area. It's like pigeons in New York City. They'll walk up to you and steal your lunch money. Like they do not care about human contact. They will come right up to you. But the deer, they'll look at you and then they'll run. But this deer looked at me and then continued to eat. And I was about 5 feet away from it. They're different. They're a different breed now, those deer.
You should have done like a TikTok deal with it or something.
Yeah. Well, I should have. I did an Instagram deal with it.
Well, speaking of social media, this is a pretty cool stat that we got this week. And so sent out by Brandon Meyer, new deputy AD. Congratulations to him. He has been big help for us here on the Huskers Radio Network and came out that a few staff, I guess, promotions. And he was one of those guys, got a deputy AD title. So, but he put this out, sent it in the staff email that we get. But Zoomph tracks branding and just overall numbers of social media brands, all that stuff. And so I think they did it last year, but they put this out on social, backed by popular demand, the second edition of Zoomph's College Athletics Rankings Report, combining social value across 26 sports plus athletic department accounts. We rank the top schools on social media for the 2025-2026 academic year. And so it goes, Texas is number one, and the total social value is $44 billion, correct?
Is that million? That's million.
Million. 44 million.
44 billion. $44 billion. They probably buy the Lakers at that point in the sale.
44 million. Ohio State coming in at number 2 at 35 million, over 35. LSU and is at 33 million. I guess 33.6, and then Nebraska in at number 4. So how about that?
Yeah, 32.4 in the top 5, right ahead of pretty comfortably ahead of Michigan in that 4th spot, about $1 million behind LSU. That's an incredible accomplishment. Part of it too, it proves it's not just a football-driven thing. While football does a lot of that, it's what baseball did, softball in their run, men's basketball, of course.
The Huskers Radio Network.
The Huskers Radio. Does that count, though?
Yes.
It does count in the family?
I believe it does.
I'd have to, I hope it does, because we've done a lot of great things, but that's a huge accomplishment. 40,000 social posts. This is Brandon's quote tweet. And 3 billion impressions in the
That's where I got the billion
year.
number.
Yeah. Not quite in the billions dollar-wise, but so, and that goes to the entire team that is in our wing, led by Brandon Meyer and Alex Rahuric, who's since moved on, but he was a huge part of it. Sam Rice now leading the charge now. Chelsea, Izzy, Drew. Who am I missing in that group? Quinn. So that whole group is just done. They put in countless hours.
Chelsea.
I think I said Chelsea.
Oh, you said Chelsea, okay.
They put in countless hours to make this work. This is a 24/7 endeavor. Like there's no, even when they're on vacation, they got to make sure their I's are dotted and their T's are crossed to make sure everything's ready to go for the week that they're gone. Like it's a really tough job, and it's an all-encompassing job.
It just goes to show you the brand is still the brand, right? I mean, and not just in football, but it's, when you're up there in a top 5 kind of conversation with the programs that you're up there with, it just goes to speak to the value of this athletics department.
Yeah, it matters, and the fan base matters. All of these sports, they get so much traction, and that's why when we see stories that are out there that are quote unquote clickbait, and they usually have Nebraska in the title of them, it's a reason, because it draws traffic. Nebraska always draws traffic, and we saw it and we have the content meetings that probably come back sooner rather than later, but we have them on Mondays, and Brandon will usually go through the numbers and the success of certain campaigns and certain things, whether it's jersey unveilings or just certain things around a football game day, how many impressions they had, and it's always incredibly impressive. And it goes back to, you have a Nebraska volleyball, which is one of the greatest brands in college sports. That certainly don't hurt that number either.
No, it does not. All right, so the other thing I kind of wanted to hit on here, and it came out today, Max Olson, and I know you haven't had a chance to dive into the article, but it's kind of lengthy, but it detailed the paths of the transfer portal quarterbacks this past season, and Nebraska was a pretty big part of it with the Minchie situation, Calandria, and just how that we've known a little bit and have talked a little bit about how it unfolded with Calandria and how he came on and they just knew he was the guy. But it just was wild to me. And, and even there was a little bit of an overlap with Calandria, and Coach Holgerson was quoted in here about it was a little bit awkward, but you have to move fast in this. And it's just crazy because especially the teams that need to have a quarterback, and then how valuable those guys are out of the portal. It just is pretty crazy, the details of the journeys and treks that these quarterbacks went in a very short amount of time. And I'm wondering if it's going to continue to be that way, or if there's a way it's going to slow down at all.
Yeah, it was a race to the next after the Kenny Minchie situation, and I think it might have been Pat Stewart who told that story that was in the article with me when he came on Sports Nightly, that it wasn't necessarily Coach Rule, it wasn't Pat,
it was
Jarrett.
Mm-hmm.
Who's their, I don't know what his, I guess chief of staff would be his main title. He essentially helps run the practices. He has the microphone and everything. He's Coach Rule's right-hand man. Like if you try to, as a fan, just sneak up on Coach Rule, he'll probably put you in a headlock. He's his right-hand man. But he was the one who said, guys, we got to do this now. Let's get him in now. Let's get him in right away.
He said in the article, it said that he's the guy that didn't get here first, then we should get him here first.
And they didn't agree at first. A little bit of silence, and he said, guys, I'm going to say this again. Let's get him here now.
Mm-hmm.
And they did, and then Coach Rules told the story with us. As soon as he popped out of the car, they did, the cool thing. They had the guys drive out in vehicles onto Memorial Stadium, watch a video presentation during the recruiting process. And as soon as he popped out of the car and the way that he talked to the staff, embraced the staff, Coach Rule knew right away that this was the guy that had a specific swagger at that position that was necessary, and he knew right away he was the guy.
And it talked about, too, it quoted Calandria. He had gone to Florida State and thought he was going to Florida State, had originally wanted to go to Florida State. But again, you just think about how quickly all those dominoes fell. And had they not made the move on Calandria when they did, does it all work out how it does? That was just what was wild. Kind of my takeaways from the article is how quickly that they were having to move and programs were moving and quarterbacks were making decisions. And then ends up that Calandri's the guy while he's here. And it just was just wild to me that I don't think anybody had a clue what they were getting into, and then just how quickly it all unfolded.
Yeah, who would have been the next guy? Was it, I think Aiden Childs had committed pretty close to the Calandria decision to Northwestern. Pribula, he landed... he was at Missouri last year.
I think he was on campus while Calandria was here, but they had already knew Calandria was the guy.
And I'm reading, I haven't read the article, but I've seen Pribula's journey. He had a 2-week period where he met with 6 schools, and he traveled more than 6,000 miles to figure out what his destination was. So for a lot of these guys, it was a blur about, okay, where am I going to spend next year? And there was probably 2 or 3 guys that you were pretty confident that Nebraska was going to go all in on, and it turned out that Calandria just happened to be that guy as soon as he stepped on campus. It was the Minchie stuff was shocking.
What's wild too is because those conversations were being had. We know that you just couldn't officially sign anybody till that portal window came open, but the negotiations were happening. So it's like you can go into it as a quarterback thinking, oh, I want this place and I have a relationship here. But ultimately, if your agent and the GM can't come to an agreement on the contract, it's just then you're finding the next spot. And if you don't move quick enough, somebody else is going to take that spot.
You think of it from a GM standpoint. Think of it from a Pat Stewart standpoint. You miss out on a one guy and you try to dance too much on the dance floor with one guy, and while you're negotiating and you lose out on that negotiation, you're losing out on people on the back end about who's you got to always have a plan B and C, and it might not be something that necessarily you want as a program, but you have to find a way to fill the gaps. Now, it turns out Calandria, I think, is a great fit here, and hopefully they found the right guy. All the things that you see in spring, you see in fall camp from a leadership standpoint, swagger standpoint, skill set standpoint, point to me to tell that this is the right guy at the time, but he knows, they all know that the games and the results are going to prove that.
So here's the part of that article I was talking about. So Pribula arrived at Nebraska that afternoon while Calandria was still in the facility. He was meeting with the offensive coaches when Stewart broke the news to Pribula's agent that they had just received a commitment from Calandria. And so then Dana Holgorsen was quoted in the article and said it was awkward, but how else do you do it? You got to get them ASAP. You have to make that decision because if you wait in the portal, you're cooked. If you wait an hour, you might be cooked.
Is that Dana using cooked?
Cooked.
I like that. He's using, by the way, you have behind you, they're carrying a chair behind you. They just saw that on YouTube. It's like a recruiting chair.
Yes, always happening around here.
It's true. I mean, the fact that he was here and Calandria committed, once you commit and you know that's the guy, why are you going to waste time? Because if he leaves campus and then you allow him to step foot somewhere else, that's a danger.
So you're here, you're a quarterback, you're here, and the other guy's here and already committed, but like, I guess, hey, thanks for letting me see Nebraska.
Like, imagine you had me here for my visit, right? When you're hiring for this job, and you're like, oh, we actually hired somebody else.
Thanks for coming.
Thanks for coming. That's where we're at. That's how crazy this is.
Here's your view of Nebraska. Bye.
You think of it from real world job standpoint, how that it's not the same as the real world.
Well, and even with the NFL, it doesn't. What other sport does it? It doesn't do that.
We talked yesterday about the NFL guys potentially coming back and all this. What about their NFL rights and their contracts, and can they just go back to college and all this stuff? There's so many lines that have been drawn in the sand that we've stepped over. The one that we didn't was the Sorsby one. At least we drew a line there.
But we came back over.
We came back to reality there.
We definitely stepped over, but we came back behind.
We were a few steps past, and then we backpedaled. But there's a few things here that I feel like we've stepped over the line. And at least one thing we all came to agreement on, the Sorsby.
Woodhouse has been a trusted partner in your everyday since 1975. Shop for your next vehicle with the home team at Woodhouse, the official auto dealer of Nebraska Athletics. All right, got to get to a break. Coming up next, we're going to bring you the next installment of the Husker Connections podcast. Damon Benning sits down with a pair of the star wide receivers. Keep it here on Sports Nightly.
To celebrate America's 250th birthday, then at a Husker football game. Be Memorial Stadium for the official America 250 celebration as the Huskers take on Bowling Green on Saturday, September 12th. Kickoff is set for 6 p.m. and tickets start at just $50. To purchase your Husker football versus Bowling Green tickets, or for more information, visit huskers.com/tickets. Go Big Red.
Sports Nightly is powered by McKinnis Roofing and Sheet Metal. Since 1981, Nebraska homeowners and businesses have trusted McKinnis for roofing, siding, windows, gutters, custom sheet metal, and repairs. Whether you're protecting your home, improving curb appeal, or planning a commercial project, their experienced team delivers quality craftsmanship and dependable service from start to finish. When your property needs expert care, choose the local name Nebraska has trusted for more than 45 years. And now, the official roofing partner of the Huskers. Discover the McKinnis difference at McKinnisInc.com.
The next generation of Huskers starts now. Join the official Kids Club of Nebraska Athletics today to score access to select home games, a discount at the team store, and endless Husker spirit. Get the most of your membership by registering early. Go to huskers.com/kidsclub. Once again, huskers.com/kidsclub to get your membership today.
Go Big Red! Go Big Red!
Hit us up on the text line. Text 402-413-2400 with your Husker thoughts.
Feel like you're always on the run? Me too. As an independent financial professional, I help all kinds of busy people. Young families planning for college, couples working toward retirement, people securing their legacy. Wherever you are in life, Emeritus can help you get more out of life with insurance, employee benefits, and financial services. You're moving fast. Let's help make sure you're on the path to a fulfilling life. Find your next step at emeritus.com. Insurance products issued by Emeritus Life Insurance Corp.
This life we love has never been easy. We've been blessed with million-dollar rains, and we've watched hope dry up. Still, we press on because our purpose is greater. Central Valley Ag prepares the table alongside our farmers, not just to grow food, but to nourish our families and our communities. At this table, everyone's welcome. Join us. we're saving you a seat. Central Valley Ag, the official co-op of Husker Nation.
Being a Nebraska fan doesn't stop when the clock hits 0 and the game ends. It's every day, all day, home or away. With the Husker Visa debit card, free with FMBO free checking, you can be one who lives it, one who proves it. Show your pride every time you pay with the Husker Visa debit card, only at FMBO, the bank of Husker Nation. One for the loyal, one for the fans, one for you. Get yours today at fmbo.com/Huskers. Member FDIC.
Farmers demand equipment that works as hard as they do. For over 60 years, Sukup has been helping farmers protect their operation with industry-leading grain storage, drying, and handling equipment. Designed for performance, reliability, and peace of mind when it matters most, Sukup is proud to stand with the people who keep agriculture moving forward. Family-owned, farmer-focused. Visit Sukup.com to find a dealer near you today.
At Woodhouse Hyundai, triple your down payment in a new 2026 Hyundai Elantra SEL Sport. Lease yours for just $178 per month. Put $2,000 down and we'll add another $4,000 on us. Plus, rest assured with Hyundai Owner's Assurance, America's best warranty, a 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty. Visit WoodhouseHyundai.com or WoodhousePlaceHyundai.com today. 24 months, 7,500 miles per year with approved credit, tax, title, license extra. First payment, $299 doc fee and $650 acquisition fee due at signing. Stock number H260962. Expires September 30th, 2026. See dealer for details.
Nebraska football fans know what it takes to be the best. You've got to handle the heat, power through the cold, read the pressure. Same goes for the techs at John Henry's. They're trusted to perform when it's all on the line. When winter's driving hard and your furnace fumbles. When your thermostat is in the red zone. When the power goes out before the final whistle. Make the easy call.
Call 435-5555. John Henry's Plumbing, Heating and Air.
And electrical.
The Huskers Radio Network Broadcast Center is sponsored by Akrs Equipment, the Midwest premier John Deere dealer, providing the equipment, parts, and service that keep agriculture moving forward. Akrs Equipment, proud partner of Husker Nation. Learn more at akrs.com. Welcome back to Sports Nightly with Kyle Crooks. I'm Jessica Coody. We've joked a lot that DB's been around quite a bit.
I've seen him every day this week.
Multiple times.
We were at practice yesterday. It felt like
comes and chills in the studio.
He's a big mechanical pencil in the ear guy. At practice, he wears the pencil in the ear like Matt Patricia.
We were saying we can always see who he's talking to because of how he talks with his motions with his hands.
He does this. So put the camera on me. He loves to do that. He's a big that guy.
And if
when
you're
I'm
just
doing
listening,
it's like finger guns.
He's like he twists his fingers, but I don't know, back and forth. Like I don't know.
He's an incredibly, and we know this, he's an incredibly well-spoken guy. Yeah. There's never many uhs and ums in when he speaks, which is the sign of a really good speaker. So, I mean, he's done a lot of media stuff since he's gone over there. So his roles, obviously he's doing a lot more than that, trust me. But he's still doing a lot of the on-air stuff.
Yes. And so one of those being the Husker Connections podcast, which is presented by Aloe Fiber. And so, yeah, it's been a really cool deal. And he had a chance recently to sit down with both Jacory, Barney, and Nyziah Hunter. We wanted to bring you that conversation here tonight.
Fellas, how are we?
Doing good. Just got off of an amazing practice fall camp. You know, going in first day of full pads. Good to be run around, fly around, catch passes from those guys, and see those transfers live. And it was good out there with my brothers.
Yeah, it's interesting to watch you, and I'll start with you first because you're probably the more talkative one of the two. With you, I want to focus on the season. I want when you know, Hunt, I want you to maybe focus on how you got here because you do have a fascinating story. So I'd love for our listeners and our viewers to be able to listen to that. But let's start with today. First day out there in full pads. It was hot. I'm not a guy that likes to talk about the heat. You know, I like to beat the heat. You know, I'm always in long sleeves. I don't even bring it up. Cold. Do you guys? How do you navigate a day like today, which was a low day, but high heat?
Yes, sir. So first off, you know, we're just not getting back, it's good to be out there. So just being out there in general is just fun. But, of course, the heat plays a factor. We be out there gassed, but at the end of the day, we got to, you know, this is our time to work so that in the season, things come smoothly and things go how we want them to go. So we know that each and every day we got to attack each day with that mindset that we're trying to win, and the heat is just a factor. It's not a part. It's a part of the process, and you just got to do what you got to do out there and go make it happen.
That's different for both of you. One coast, we got the humidity and you know, the blaring sun. The left coast, Nyziah, talk about the difference in. We'll start with the weather, right? Because sometimes people think, you know, California and it's this, that, or the other, and when you get to the Midwest and it's different. But it's a different kind of heat.
Yeah, honestly, it's just the humidity out here is just really different from California. Like, it will be like hot, sticky out here, but in California it will be truly hot. So like when we're out here getting work, like, we really got to really hydrate and just get our bodies right and prepare for the weather out here. But when you're in California, like, you already know what type of heat's coming out in California. So, like, when you're preparing out here, you just got to know what you're getting yourself into, and just you got to have that right mindset of just, like just having to prepare yourself for it.
One thing I noticed is watching you last year, and you guys do it differently. Like, you both bring a lot of energy. One of the things that I gravitated with you towards is you have this, I mean, you talk a lot, but it's quiet to those DBs. I can see your head moving. You're letting them know you're a very violent runner after the catch. One of those guys that's not a ton of fun to practice. Where'd that come from?
Yeah, honestly, it just came from like how I just grew up. Like, I've always been like a not like an angry person, but just like I just always had that chip on my shoulder. Like, everything was not given to me, but it's always just earned. So like, what me is just like every time I get that ball, I just have to have a mindset of just getting in that end zone and just go score. I
like to call you Big Game just because you've been clutch, right? You understand the moment. Is this the role that you envisioned that you'd be playing when you picked Nebraska coming out of the portal?
Yeah, honestly, like, it wasn't like a role I picked. It's just like the player I am. Like, I just love being that player just to be in that moment, and then when that ball comes to me, I just love making that play.
Corey, when I watch you constantly talking and moving and practice at a high level, you're bringing energy. When you're trying to shape the room, Coach Short's going into another year with you guys, how cool is it that you've got a guy with you like this that you know is going to embrace the moment?
It's great to have guys like this, you know, bringing him in, and ever since he came in, he just been that guy. You know, he make plays when the ball comes his way. You know, for me coming in, I had to, you know, not to talk about the past, but coming off a good freshman year, then he came in. It was good to have some help, you know, in a sense of having some help and having another guy that defenses have to worry about and not having all the focus on me. You know what I'm saying? So just knowing that I can trust Zay to make plays, and guys we bring in like Quasi and Cortez and Quinn Clark, those guys are going to make plays, going to take something off my plate, and we all going to piggyback off each other's energy, and it's going to continue to make plays. And as long as we do that, the offense will run smoothly, and we believe in our defense, we believe in our defensive coaching staff, and the games are going our favor.
Let me stay right there, because that's interesting. Because you used to, those first couple of years, it was like you were the juice, right? I mean, it was your energy, it was your voice. Now you have some guys like Zay. You mentioned Gilmer, who, I mean, that's everything you want in a guy when he steps between the white lines. Like, he's intense. He's a great practice player. Like, he brings energy. You've seen the emergence of Quinn Clark, who it's like he needed a little seasoning, right? He's toughening up. He's understanding rigor. Like, you've got some fellas around you now where you don't always have to be the guy with the energy, but you haven't changed. Like, that's fast. It's just it's interesting to watch.
Yes, sir. It's, you know, something is just in you, and you know, it's like, it's not fake. So it's like, when I come out there, it's just me being me. You know, for different guys, it's different things they do. Like, I'm gonna allow all different personalities and all different the ways people, you know, move, and we just gonna have to come together and move as one and bring that energy and just piggyback off of each other. Quasi told me something yesterday. He told me, he was reading a book, and he told me about like the Mamba mentality. He was like, he's not here to be like a cool energy guy. He's here to make his teammates better and win games. You know what I'm saying? So that really stuck with me, and I was like, so that kind of sums up the energy that he brings, like the dominance that he brings, and I like that, because for me, it's like my energy. I feel like that fuels me to play, that keeps me hungry, that my energy fuels me to go. You know what I'm saying? Like, me being confident and me knowing that I'm going to make this play, and him having that mentality. You know, Zay just said himself that it feels like he has a chip on his shoulder. You know, guys have different ways they approach things, and I feel like as we all come together and we know each other and find out our brothers and what fuels them to go, you know, things like it helps, and it just helps with brotherhood and winning games.
So you mentioned the Cortez Mills. We talked about Quinn Clark. You've mentioned Quasi. Like, Quasi already comes with kind of that juice, but the young guys, you talk about a guy that's done a little bit of a 180. Keelan Smith seems to be really dialed. Cortez already a really good worker. Quinn is developing, is understanding what it's like to repeat something every day, right? Not just flashes. How does that fit, not with just your temperament, but the leadership in the room with your coaching staff? Because you have 2 wide receiver coaches that are constantly on the gas.
Yeah, so just having a receiver coach as passionate as our receiver coach, you know, Coach Schwartz, just being able to play for him, it means a lot to us because we know each and every day if we go out there and we talk and we don't back it up with practice, he going to let us hear about it. You know what I'm saying? Just to his background, he grew up in, his father coached him hard. He coaches us hard. And if we know that if we don't approach practice with a killer mindset, with a mama mentality, we know that we're going to hear about it. And just having a guy like that with the guys that he had in the past, like Tank Dell and Matt Golden, we believe that we will be the next ones in that receiver room, and we just know the ceiling he has for us wideouts, like what he believes in us and what we should believe in ourselves. So just pouring that confidence into our guys, into our younger guys, and just the way we do things, it's just good to have in that receiver room. The brotherhood we have is great to see.
Zay, leaving Berkeley, how quickly did it take you to get adjusted to Coach Short's style? Because you're so competitive, right? I would watch you step in front of guys last year and get their reps, and you spent a couple balls off DB's chests and stuff on 50-50 balls. Like, how did his style mesh with your personality?
Yeah, honestly, going off of what Jacory says, like, he just wants to keep us to like a certain standard. Like, he's really big on consistency, and like with me, it's just like I don't always want to be consistent, and like when I first got here, Coach Shorts was like already hitting me up in the portal. Like, he was the first guy that hit me up in the portal, and I knew I wanted to be coached by him because Jacory just said like he coached Tank Dell, Matthew Golden, and those guys, and like I always wanted to be like one of those guys because those guys are them guys in the league. So like Coach Shorts coached them, and his coaching style just matches what a receiver wants. Like, he gets the best out of every single practice. Like, he will hold you to the standard that you tell him. If you tell him your goals, like, he'll hold you to the standard of the goals you want to achieve. And like for me, like I told him all my goals, and like he's gonna hold me to that standard every single practice.
I've been around this program a lot, and in particular the last handful of years, watching the growth of not only the staff, but the culture take shape. I always tell people outcomes have to be intentional. You don't just luck into them. It's clear that the message this offseason is dealing with adversity and delivering on Saturdays, right? Do you guys feel different with the level of intensity about dealing with distractions, overcoming adversity? Like, there's been a lot of more mindset stuff as I can see this offseason. Do you guys feel that?
Yeah, most definitely. As a player, we need that, and we feel like in the past that's been the reason why we haven't gotten over that hump these last couple of seasons, because of the adversity and coming down to the winning moments and the guys making those plays, and those winning moments. It's just the difference. It's the players. It's not the coaches. You know what I'm saying? So just now on, just the emphasis on it, just the coaching, how they're doing it. We have a period called the Mamba mentality, where it's, hey, we need to win the game. Who can we call on? Like, we need these guys to make this block. We need these guys to make this play. And it's just having that mindset, that change. You can have a bad practice. You can be having a great practice. It all comes down to that last Mamba mentality. They're not going to remember what the good you did in practice. You know what I'm saying? So it comes down to the end of the game. We need to win the game. And that's the hump. That's the jump we're trying to take this year. So we just have that mindset in that period. That's a great period. I feel like they implement it into practice, and that's something that's going to make us better.
Yeah, it's interesting. We used to do something really similar. It's got a better name now because I'm a huge Kobe guy. He's one of my favorite players of all time. And I like natural-born killers, right? Not to be super violent, but it's mano y mano. So I'm going to get you out of here on this. Last one from me here. It's the Mamba period. You know, it's black on black. You and Caleb were getting into it the other day. And do you guys, it's such limited plays, right? One day you may have only 2 plays. One day you may have 1. You guys competitive about, it's all about winning your one-on-ones, right? You have to rush 5. It's the post safety and the QB. How bad do you guys, within each other, want to be the guy that gets the rock in that situation? Because you don't get a ton of chances at it.
Yeah. Honestly, like, we got 3 different guys that can go out there and make a play. So no matter who it goes to, we know, like, we got the trust in me, Jacory, Quasi, Quinn. So whatever personnel it is, like, every time we go on that field in that period, like, we all turn that into that mindset, like, we got to go make this play. It's not that we got to, but we know we're going to make that play no matter what, whether it's the game, end of the game situation, end of the half situation. Like, we got the guys to do it, and every time we step on that field, like, even Jacory knows, like, we go out that, when we step out, like, we shift our, like, mindset to, like, oh, yeah, we got to make this play because it's really on us. Like, it's not on the fans, the coaches, it's really on us. So, like, every time when I step on that field, like, it's just the mindset of just, like, we got to have it. Like, I want to win, you know?
Again, Damon Benning with Jacory, Barney, and Nyziah Hunter is a part of our Husker Connections podcast presented by Aloe Fiber. All right, let me put you in the hot seat here. Who is going to catch the first touchdown pass of the season? Will it be one of those 2 guys we just heard from?
Who do I want to say? Those are the easy picks, right? And Quasi, those 3 would be the easy pick. What if I told you?
What if I told you?
It is Luke Lindenmeyer.
Okay. I don't think that's too
I'm
far
a big
on the limb.
Vince and Luke Lindenmeyer fan.
Yeah.
So I'll go with
Vince just
Luke.
compliments your physique, and you're like his number 1 fan.
I'm all in on Luke. I'm all in on Luke. I'm all in on all of them.
Yes.
Lindenmeyers.
Okay, so Luke Lindenmeyer. Let's see here. Let's see who I would pick.
Now, it could be a 1-yard touchdown run, too. So you got to, you know.
No,
Oh, did you say
I
touchdown
said
pass?
catch.
Okay.
What about Bonner?
Ooh,
I like that.
I like that too. I think it's going to be a bomb, though. I think it's going to be a long one.
Okay. I would put Quasi in that conversation. Then.
Yeah, I think I'm going to go with Quasi Gilmer.
Okay.
Yeah, I have the right. We have the right to change it closer to game week, but as of right now, today.
That's part of Josh's prop. Doesn't Josh usually after the picks come up with some sort of prop?
Well, like a pick? Husker stat to
Husker question of the day.
Of the week, Husker question.
Okay.
So
maybe that's it.
I think as of right now, that's so. Camden's got Bonner. I almost said Connor, Camden and Bonner. Put that together. So Camden's got Bonner. You've got Luke Lindenmeyer. I think I'll go Quasi Gilmer.
I think that's a good list.
I think Calandria likes to throw the ball to Quasi. I think he likes to throw the ball to everybody, but I think they've got a special connection.
They do. They've been chucking that thing downfield too. That would excite people. Some deep shots. So hopefully that's more in the offense. I did a hit with our guys Jack Mitchell and Nate Rohr earlier this morning, and I think that that's going to be a big part of the offense, at least early.
Explosive plays, Kyle. Explosive plays. What are you hearing? Simple, fast, violent, or explosive plays more?
I feel like we've always heard simple, fast, violent. Probably that, just because we had Corey Brown was big into that, right? This week.
It's the whole defense. The other day when they had that event, they've been talking about that.
Simple, fast, violent. Well, that's part of Rob Orich's aura, if you will.
Yeah.
There's a simple ideal to it.
The big dog told me the other day I'm not allowed to say aura. We're not allowed to say aura. We're too old to say.
Is it because he doesn't have any aura?
Aura. You can tell him that when we're on picks next week. We got a pick segment next week. How about that?
What day is that?
We haven't decided yet. But
okay.
So picks are back next week.
Are we picking all of the week 0 games or just the select few? So we're picking like Sacramento State and...
Well, no, maybe not, because like some of them are not even worth it. But
oh wow, how dare you?
Josh normally gets the slate, so
it's a Josh. Josh will probably text it to us Sunday night at 9 p.m. We'll have it ready to go.
Yes. So, all right, let's get to a break. Coming up next, it is Win Dat Wednesday on a Thursday. Maddie Mills decided to show up to work this week, so that's coming up next. Our final segment for that of the summer. Are you sad?
Can you believe that? We might have to change it. We might have to talk with the executive board of Sports Nightly.
Me?
Which is you.
Next week, though, is craziness.
I have an idea, right? So let's have, when we talk to Coach Rule on Wednesday, let's play Wind at Wednesday with Coach Rule. Coach, this is Maddie Mills. Maddie, this is Coach Rule.
Coach Rule probably like that segment.
He would. He probably like that more than me asking him about like position battles, to be honest with you.
Absolutely would. But all right, that's coming up next here on Sports Nightly. Keep it here.
You show up for every Husker game because it's about more than football. It's about celebrating that Nebraska grit that's in our DNA. That same drive pushes you to get stronger, move more, and take care of yourself. To show up for the people and moments that matter most. We believe you have what it takes. That's why Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Nebraska covers preventive care with every plan. And our digital tools help you stay on track every step of the way. Blue believes in what you're made of. And Blue believes in you.
Husker fans, get ready for a special night on Saturday, September 19th. Be in Memorial Stadium as your Huskers take on North Dakota. Kickoff is set for 6:15 and tickets start at just $50. Your ticket will also include a post-game concert featuring country star Cole Swindell. To purchase your Husker football versus North Dakota tickets, or for more information, visit huskers.com/tickets. Go Big Red.
Sports Nightly is powered by McKinnis Roofing and Sheet Metal. Since 1981, Nebraska homeowners and businesses have trusted McKinnis for roofing, siding, windows, gutters, custom sheet metal, and repairs. Whether you're protecting your home, improving curb appeal, or planning a commercial project, their experienced team delivers quality craftsmanship and dependable service from start to finish. When your property needs expert care, choose the local name Nebraska has trusted for more than 45 years. And now, the official roofing partner of the Huskers. Discover the McKinnis difference at McKinnisInc.com.
Hit us up on the text line. Text 402-413-2400 with your Husker thoughts.
It's the summer sales event with the Ford crew.
Anna, what says summer to you?
Sunshine, road trips, camping.
And?
Ford being #1 in new vehicle quality among mainstream brands according to J.D. Power.
And?
And low APR offers with Ford credit financing on a select lineup of Ford trucks and SUVs.
My kind of summer.
For APR offer information, visit Ford.com or your local Ford dealer. For J.D. Power 2026 U.S. Initial Quality Study Award information, visit jdpower.com/awards. Awards based on 2026 model year.
Every year, Nebraska comes together. Across small towns, big cities, living rooms and stadium seats, one thing connects us all. It's more than athletics. It's community. It's tradition. It's home. Allo is proud to keep connections strong with 100% fiber internet and hometown service built for Nebraskans. Stay connected to what matters with Allo Fiber, proud partner of Husker Athletics. Learn more at allofiber.com/Husker Radio.
Farmers demand equipment that works as hard as they do. For over 60 years, Sukup has been helping farmers protect their operation with industry-leading grain storage, drying, and handling equipment. Designed for performance, reliability, and peace of mind when it matters most, Sukup is proud to stand with the people who keep agriculture moving forward. Family-owned, farmer-focused. Visit Sukup.com to find a dealer near you today.
This life we love has never been easy. We've been blessed with million-dollar rains, and we've watched hope dry up. Still, we press on because our purpose is greater. Central Valley Ag prepares the table alongside our farmers, not just to grow food, but to nourish our families and our communities. At this table, everyone's welcome. Join us. We're saving you a seat. Central Valley Ag, the official co-op of Husker Nation.
Drive into summer during the Woodhouse Ford Summer Sales Event. From family road trips to tackling the toughest jobs, a new Ford is ready for every mile ahead. For a limited time, receive $1,000 bonus cash plus a 2-year premium maintenance plan on select 2026 Ford models. Browse our inventory online or visit us in-store in Blair, Omaha, or Plattsmouth today. With approved credit, tax, title, license extra, $299 doc fee due at signing. Offer applies to select stock numbers. 2-year premium maintenance plan includes 2 free oil changes. Offer expires September 30th, 2026. See dealer for details.
Nebraska football fans know what it takes to be the best. You've got to handle the heat, power through the cold, read the pressure. Same goes for the techs at John Henry's. They're trusted to perform when it's all on the line, when winter's driving hard and your furnace fumbles, when your thermostat is in the red zone, when the power goes out before the final whistle. Make the easy call.
Call 435-5555. John Henry's Plumbing, Heating and Air.
And electrical.
The Huskers Radio Network Broadcast Center is sponsored by Akrs Equipment, the Midwest premier John Deere dealer, providing the equipment, parts, and service that keep agriculture moving forward. Akrs Equipment, proud partner of Husker Nation. Learn more at akrs.com. Welcome back to Sports Nightly with Kyle Crooks. I'm Jessica Coody, and look who decided to come to work today.
I made it.
Matty Mills.
He's a busy man. He's got a lot of meetings.
Busiest week of the summer so far. Classes next week.
Class is back, but you're just in charge of things.
A lot of meetings, getting ready for the...
Can you believe
Heard you yelled at Kyle the other day at practice.
He said, I don't know, he thought I wouldn't be able to get in. And I'm like, I got
No, he said you got in his shot, and you were yelling at him to get out of his shot.
Oh.
Didn't you say to get out of your camera shot?
I think I did. Yeah, he was in front of tight ends.
What a bad guy.
Well, listen, we've got a good idea. We think Coach Roll might like WinDOT Wednesday, so you might not be done yet.
Okay, I get one more. I'm holding on.
We'll see. All right, what do you have for us?
All right. Jack Nicklaus wins his first major, the U.S. Open. Okay. First American orbited the moon. Nebraska begins the Memorial Stadium sellout streak.
1962.
62.
Nice.
Yep, I got that. Tom Cruise also born in 62.
Oof.
Okay.
Looks good for 1962 being his birth year.
Yeah. A lot of stunts.
Must be that Scientology, huh?
Something. All right. The iconic meme, Charlie bit my finger, emerged on YouTube.
Charlie.
Nebraska women's basketball went 21-12, earning an 8 seed, and they won their first round game of that tournament. Ratatouille hit theaters, and then Nick Saban leaves the Dolphins to coach at Alabama.
That was 2008.
Very close.
2009.
7,
yeah.
2007.
2007.
Okay.
Okay.
I thought he was with the Dolphins in 08.
No. Well, yeah. Okay, yep. I'm wrong.
What?
Well, I just confused everybody. I thought he said 2006, but 2007 is the correct year. I just confused everybody.
No, she said 2007. 2007 is what she said. That's the correct answer, right?
Yeah. Yes. 2007. I just confused everybody.
I said 2009.
He said 2009, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Last year, the movie E.T. debuts in theaters.
Mm-hmm.
NCAA basketball tournament selection is aired live for the first time. The AVCA poll was introduced for collegiate volleyball. By the way, Huskers have not missed a single AVCA poll. And Dwayne Wade, Lil Wayne, and Anne Hathaway were all born this year.
Is it 1986?
We're in the right decade.
1988.
We're further away.
82.
82, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep, just got down. Pretty good performance.
Not bad. It took us a little bit more of the clues to get there, but that's all right. Good stuff.
Yeah.
No more missiles.
No
more.
I
Yeah.
confused everybody, but that's all right.
No destruction this week you could think of. All right. It was good. It was the last one, so enjoy it.
Well,
Savor it.
maybe. We're going to see if Coach Roll wants to do it. Kyle's not in it. I think Coach Roll would love that kind of segment.
We can see if he pays attention to the board in the stadium when they.
He would look at me and be like, "What are we doing?"
Wednesday.
He'd get on it. It would just take him a while to realize what's happening.
Yeah.
He kind of likes that kind of stuff, though, I think.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. Maybe we're done, maybe we're not. But nicely done all summer.
Thank you.
Everybody's been doing their farewell tour. You have anything to say to the people for listening all summer long to WinDOT Wednesday?
I appreciate all
on a Thursday.
I appreciate all the listeners for allowing me to bring some more entertainment, and hopefully I was entertaining. Maybe
learned a little bit
as well, and learned a little bit more about Matty Mills and his first summer at Husker Radio Network.
Best job ever?
Best one I've had so far.
So far.
And you never know what's next. Maybe I could get your job.
Oh, he's coming after you now. Unbelievable.
All right. Well, good stuff. Thanks for being here with us on Thursday, even though we had to change everything around for you again. But that's all right.
Last couple of weeks.
We'll do it for you, Maddie.
Appreciate it.
All right. Got to get to a break. We're back to wrap up the show next. The next generation of Huskers starts now. Join the official kids club of Nebraska Athletics today to score access to select home games. a discount at the team store, and endless Husker spirit. Get the most of your membership by registering early. Go to huskers.com/kids club to get your membership today. Again, huskers.com/kids club. Go Big Red.
We have a simple formula at Shelter Insurance. Provide personalized coverage at great rates with local agents to help you choose the coverage you need. And if the unexpected happens, fulfill our promise to be there when you need us most. We're your shield. We're your shelter.
When the unexpected strikes, see Shelter Agent Shelley Wheeler or Paul Hoos in Grand Island or Agent Brent Custer in Broken Bow.
Hit us up on the text line. Text 402-413-2400 with your Husker thoughts.
Summer's almost over, but with a new Toyota from Toyota's National Sales Event, you can turn your end of summer scaries into end of summer woes. In the mood for some elevated dining? Pack a picnic into a 4Runner and hit up a stunning mountain vista. Whoa! Haul a bouncy castle in a Tundra and get crowned the coolest dad at the park.
Whoa! I'm king of the castle!
Drive a Tacoma to the lake to go wakeboarding. Whoa! That was awesome air. Let's go again. Or take a BZ to an amusement park with friends. Whoa! Keep your woes going this summer in a new Toyota.
Event ends August 31st. Dealer inventory may vary. See your participating Toyota dealer for details. Toyota, let's go places.
See your Omaha Metro and Lincoln Toyota dealers. Village Point Toyota of Omaha, Baxter Toyota of La Vista, Baxter Toyota of Lincoln, or Corwin Toyota of Bellevue.
Hy-Vee, where there is a helpful smile in every aisle. Hy-Vee proudly supports the Huskers. Welcome back. Final couple minutes left of Sports Nightly on this Thursday night edition with Kyle Crooks. I'm Jessica Coody. So want to remind you again, appreciate Doug, Greg's brother, who texted in last night and said, thanks for the interview with Amy and for supporting Greg's scholarship fund. Did want to remind folks that that is on our social media platforms. If you want to donate to that, all that information is pretty easy to find on our Huskers Radio Network social platforms.
Yeah, the scholarship is looking to get an endowment, so get to the $50,000 number. They're a little bit more than halfway there, so there's still work to be done. And whatever we can do to help, I've told Amy that. And yesterday was certainly help with the interview, I'm sure. And hopefully there was more donations that trickled in. I'm not sure. I probably should ask Amy, but we'll hopefully do more and more as we go to make sure that they hit that number that's necessary to get that scholarship moving.
And she brought some stuff to hang up in the new booth, so we're excited about that. And we're going to have some tours this season, so that'll be fun.
Yeah, they're selling things, and so we'll see some people in the booth this year, but look forward to seeing. We mentioned Jay Moore, that announcement this week, and we're excited about that, and saw Coatney this week, so we're fired up for the start of football here.
2 weeks. But next week gets a little fun because we've got volleyball, the Spikes Under the Lights. We'll have coaches shows. We've got AD shows. So we got
less Sports Nightly.
Lots coming up next week. But we still have one more show tomorrow night, which is going to be a little bit crazy because we have a concert on Saturday. So we'll see if everybody can make it in here to get the show on the road. But we'll see. Anyways, we are going to have Joke of the Week tomorrow night. So we moved some things around.
Do we know Hayden's doing it?
I got some suggestions too. I might have to pass along, but so
on your TikTok.
Anyways, and then we'll have football availability, so more football from post practice. So, all right, that's gonna do it for us. Thanks to Camden for helping us out. We'll talk to you tomorrow night on Sports Nightly.
Hit us up on the text line. Text 402-413-2400 with your Husker thoughts.
Cybersecurity is a fundamental component of today's business operations. It's not just an add-on, it's essential for business protection. At Hamilton Business Technologies, we know that cyber threats are always changing and require constant vigilance. That's why our team delivers real-time threat monitoring and advanced security protocols to safeguard your data and reputation. As the official business IT partner of the Huskers, we put security at the forefront of your success. Cybersecurity is business. Hamilton is business. Connect with us at hamiltonisbusiness.com.
Farmers demand equipment that works as hard as they do. For over 60 years, Sukup has been helping farmers protect their operation with industry-leading grain storage, drying, and handling equipment. Designed for performance, reliability, and peace of mind when it matters most, Sukup is proud to stand with the people who keep agriculture moving forward. Family-owned, farmer-focused. Visit Sukup.com to find a dealer near you today.
Find your next vehicle at Woodhouse Buick GMC. Right now, you can save up to $13,000 off MSRP on the 2026 GMC Sierra 1500. Visit us in store or shop online at WoodhouseBuickGMC.com today. Woodhouse Buick GMC. We are professional grade. With approved credit. Must finance with dealer. Must own and trade in a 2012 or newer passenger vehicle. Tax, title, license extra. $299 doc fee due at signing. Offer applies to select stock numbers. Stock number V260747. Offer expires September 30th, 2026. See dealer for details.
Sports Nightly is powered by McInnes Roofing and Sheet Metal. Since 1981, Nebraska homeowners and businesses have trusted McInnes for roofing, siding, windows, gutters, custom sheet metal, and repairs. Whether you're protecting your home, improving curb appeal, or planning a commercial project, their experienced team delivers quality craftsmanship and dependable service from start to finish. When your property needs expert care, choose the local name Nebraska has trusted for more than 45 years. And now, the official roofing partner of the Huskers. Discover